on November 26th, 2024 at 9:30 a.m. in Judicial Courtroom 222 of the PNC Center, located at 101 West Washington Street, Indianapolis, Indiana. This public hearing is being held before the Indiana Utility Regulatory Commission in a rulemaking docketed before the Commission as LSA number 24-392, IURC rulemaking number 24-03. The public hearing is also being live streamed on the Commission's webpage, www.in.gov/IURC, under Rulemakings. Instructions on the webpage allowed remote attendees to request a WebEx meeting code if they wish to provide oral comments. No persons requested the code to provide oral comments. This rulemaking adds 170 IAC 7-1.3-8.2 to set forth the penalty considerations for assessing penalties under Indiana Code 8-1-29-7.5 regarding so-called slamming and cramming. It adds 170 IAC 7-8-1 to set forth the penalty considerations for assessing penalties under IC 8-1-29.5 regarding unsafe and unjust practices by telecommunications providers and video service providers, and adds 170 IAC 7-8-2 to set forth the penalty considerations for assessing penalties under IC 8-1-32.6-7 regarding limiting competing communication service providers from providing services. The rulemaking also adds 170 IAC 7-8-3 to set forth the application fees for certificates of video franchise authority. It adds 170 IAC 7-8-4 to set forth the process for the Commission to set the Universal Service Fund surcharge. And finally, the rulemaking adds 170 IAC 7-8-5 to set forth the process for the Commission to set the Hearing Impaired Services surcharge. This rulemaking is mandatory under IC 4-22-2-19.6, which was effective January 1st, 2023, requiring that for each fee, fine, or civil penalty imposed by an agency that is not set as a specific amount in a state law, a rule must describe the circumstances for which the agency will assess a fee, fine, or civil penalty, and set forth the amount of the fee, fine, or civil penalty. This rulemaking is intended to comply with that requirement. The rulemaking makes no changes to any of the fees or penalties previously identified. It only lists the fees or penalty considerations in a rule as required. The proposed rule and regulatory analysis were approved by the Office of Management and Budget and the State Budget Agency on September 4th, 2024. The Commission approved the proposed rule at a conference of the Commission on September 25th, 2024. The Indiana Register published the Notice of First Comment Period, Notice of Public Hearing, and the Regulatory Analysis in the Indiana Register on October 24th, 2024. Notice of the time and place of this hearing was given as provided by law by publication in the Indiana Register. Prior to the publication of the Notice of First Comment Period, which formally initiated the official statutory rulemaking process for this rule, Commission staff solicited informal comments from stakeholders. The draft proposed rule was posted to the Commission's website and shared with the Indiana State Bar Association's Utility Law section via its online community, and written comments were solicited through July 19th, 2024. Prior to the start of this hearing, I notified in-person attendees who wish to speak that they should see the court reporter and fill out the appearance form so that the Commission may have your name, address, and, if applicable, the name of the organization that you are representing. You may still do so if you want to testify in this hearing. If you have written comments to submit, you need not make an oral presentation. Merely submit the comments to the court reporter. I will again note that virtual attendees were instructed to request a WebEx meeting code if they wish to provide oral comments remotely. No persons requested to provide oral comments. Are there in-person attendees that wish to make oral comments? I see that there are no other in-person oral public comments. Are there any comments on the YouTube live video stream?
We have not received any comments on the YouTube stream.
Okay, there's no comments on the YouTube stream. The deadline for written comments is the close of business day this Wednesday, November 27th, 2024. When providing written comments, the Commission would ask that when possible, you provide comments by email in Microsoft Word format to myself or General Counsel Beth Helene at urccomments@urc.in.gov. All mailed comments should be addressed to the Indiana Utility Regulatory Commission, Office of General Counsel, 101 West Washington Street, Suite 1500 East, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46204. Thank you again for your participation, and this hearing is now adjourned.